So in the class I was briefing that moment the size of how to get the size or length of an array. So little bit of code I have written. First of all, this is what one array declared with 4 elements, and that is what integer type array. Array name is num, and then by size of operator we can get the size in bytes. As I told you that 4 elements int type data holds maximum data holds 4 bytes, minimum 2 bytes, maximum 4 bytes. So it will return 4 elements are there. 4 into 4 means 16 bytes as a result. I have shown you in the previous class. This is what, see, the result is what, this is what, 16 bytes. Okay, length of array in bytes 16 bytes, but length of num array, you want to get how many elements are there. How many elements are here? How many? 4. 1 2 3 4 4 elements. If you want to get, this is the actual length of num array. This is called length of num array. This is what length of array in bytes. So whenever you use size of operator, okay, that moment it will return only in bytes. Okay, but if you want to really get length, that moment you need to do simple, this much of code you need to write. Size of num is our array name. Okay, it is integer type array. Size of divided by size of at 0 index. At 0 index means, what is at 0 index? One element is there. Every element is an integer data type. So that integer data type, it is a what? It holds 4 bytes of 4 bytes. Okay, so total is 16 bytes. Size of num, that is 16 bytes, divided by every element, every integer element holds, integer data type holds 4 bytes of data. So 16 by so by this so that moment if we write this little bit of code, so we will get the length of actual length, how many elements this array has. 4 elements, we will get that. Okay, we need to do that. Size operator, size of the total bytes divided by size of one single element. So I have this 0 is index position at 0, and one integer element is there. It holds, this integer element holds 4 bytes of data, so 16 by 4. So you will get length of num array. Okay, so D format specifier I have used to know the what is the this variable holds which type of data. You can use now whenever you run this code, you will get the length of, this is the length of num array. Okay, so if you change this as C, if you change this, we can use the I also for integer. Okay, there is no any issue. Okay, that moment also you will get the same answer. But why do we need this array size in C language? Many of we have studied that C language will be used for good memory management. Okay, so whenever we write larger programs, that moment knowing of how much of memory will be used. Okay, so that is one skill to for better memory management at the time of larger programs. Understood that? So as I have briefed that, as I have briefed that, knowing of the length of an array, that is very important whenever we are writing larger programs. That moment it is very knowing of length of an array, it is very compulsory. But if you want to get only one element, size of uh, length of how many elements are there. Length means how many elements are there. That moment this is the simple formula. By that we can get the how many elements are there. Okay. Length of array means how many elements are there. So next by this length we can use in for loops, for better for loops. Let us see how this length, okay, will be used for better for loops. So now this size formula, this length, okay, this length formula can be used in better for loops. Okay, now let us see how this length will be used in for better management of loops. Suppose a for loop is created here. Now int I is equal to 0. Its initial value set to 0. Now condition is what? You have set the condition I less than 4 semicolon I plus plus. Oh, this is what one for loop you have written to print f I. So you will get what? You will get 0 to I 0 less than 4. So 4 less than, so up 0 to 3 you will get the values up to 0 to 3. Oh, as per this, if I have written the code for loop to print out 0 to 3, so this is the code I have written, so I will get 0 1 2 3. Okay, now here this is for specified size. This is size is what here specified. So loop is not better managed here. At this place we can use the length, this length. Okay, we can use this length. So in place of if I write this length, okay, then what happened? So now run this code. So by this length I am getting what? Until this length of what? The array length means the 4 elements are there. So as per this 4 element, this is the size of length of this array. So we can use that length, okay, as a value here. So until this length is not initial I value is equal to 0 is less than length. So condition, until the condition is not broken. So whenever I is equal to 4, so means I means initially I is equal to 0, then I will be incremented to 1 and again incremented to 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 is less than 4. 4 means that total elements are 4. So whenever I equal to 3 is less than 4. So 3 will be printed, as we are seeing 3 is printed. So whenever next I 3 plus 1 4 incremented, okay, 4, the 4 is less than 4, so condition not satisfied, so loop will be terminated. So if you change any element here, if you change array, one more array you have created, one more element you have added 78. Now no need to change this length. Okay, this is already length, it will count this as 5 elements. Understood that? So now if you run this code, your total size will be changed. Your total size will be 20 bytes. Why? Because 5 elements are there. 5 into 4 means 20 bytes. Now 20 by each element having 4, so 20 by 4 means 5 elements are there. So 5, whenever element you have changed